Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 3rd of September 1982 and we're down here in Brixham and I'm with Tim Powell. Good afternoon, Tim.
David, good afternoon to you.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me aboard Tramontana 3. Tell me now something about racing with the Popeye team this year.
I don't know what you want to know specifically, but they were sadly the only American team that came over for our event. They came over for the Harmsworth, and now we all know they actually took the Harmsworth away with them. Very, very professional team.
Well, that's what I want to hear, the professionalism of the United States teams in comparison to our teams. How do they rate?
I don't think they necessarily rate that much better than our really top teams over here. I think one's got to remember that all the equipment that the boats are using at that level is of American origin, and therefore where it's costing them $1, it's costing us £1. So in ways it's cheaper for them to come over and race with us than us to go over there, or for us to race over here with their equipment.
Well, they were tremendously complimentary about you at the prize giving, as you were in fact navigating, I believe, that race, or were you throttling?
No, I was navigating. Bill Soroy's was on throttles and trim, and Al Copeland was driving, and I was in the left-hand seat trying to tell them where to go.
And what sort of race did you have with them?
It was bumpy. Al Copeland has done quite a number of races, but he's one of these lucky guys. He's never actually had a rough race in his life. And when we went off the needles on that first race, that was the first time he'd ever experienced that kind of water, so it was a new experience for him. Soroy's has been around in the racing game for 20-odd years, so he knew what he was up against. I knew what we were up against. And Copeland really, he's a gutsy guy. I mean, he never asked anybody to back off. I mean, he just drove it in a straight line as best he could.
So what would you say to some of our American friends who will be watching this film for next year, 1983?
Well, I'd say they'd got it all wrong for 82. They should have all come over here and enjoyed everything that we laid on for them. It was a hard series of races. De La Valle won it just through reliability. I would have liked to have seen a lot more Americans over here. We can cope with a lot more Americans.
And we leave Tim Powell basking in the sunshine as our waterborne camera takes up the live action on race day.